left us in awe. For those of you who haven't watched the show yet, a spoiler alert is now in effect. Number 10. Jordan and Pippin's beef with Tony Kukoc. It becomes clear pretty quickly in The Last Dance that Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen were always looking for an opportunity to stick it to Jerry Krause.
Krause, he's willing to put someone in front of his actual kids. Who have?
Well, I just finished watching The Last Dance, and I feel like it is just it doesn't tell the whole story, just a smidge. And there was portions in there that showed Kobe Bryant. So with everything that's going on with the pandemic and the White House and stormtroopers just south of me in Portland, and Kanye West going crazy, but we had good news. Nicki Minaj is pregnant, so I'm very happy about that. Congratulations to Nicki and Kenny. And so anyway, I want to get back to doing my own stuff. So I pulled out the book. And I turned to the Shag Harbour incident. You ever heard of the Shag Harbour incident? Read all about it in the book of Bizarre Things, page 553. Okay. The Shag Harbour incident. The fishing village of Shag Harbour lies on Canada's east coast. That's on Maine. From America, like our east coast is New York, Maine, all the way down to Florida. So this is the east side of Canada. This unassuming hamlet is to USOs, and this is unidentified submerged objects. So this is going to be underwater, this incident. This unassuming hamlet is to USOs what Roswell, New Mexico is to UFOs. Simply put, it played host to the most famous occurrence of a USO ever recorded. I never heard of one. I've heard of Shag Harbour, but not for extraterrestrials. Okay. On the evening, I feel like I should have did this at night and with candles. It's very creepy. On the evening of October 4th, 1967, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police were barraged by reports of a UFO that had crashed into the bay at Shag Harbour. Lori Wickens and 4 friends witnessed a large object falling into the water just after 11 p.m. They could clearly detect a yellow light on top of the object, floating approximately 1,000 feet off the coast. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police promptly contacted the Rescue Coordination Center in Halifax to ask if any aircraft were missing. None were. Shortly thereafter, The object sank into the depths of the water and disappeared from view. When local fishing boats went to the USO crash site, they encountered yellow foam on the water surface and detected an odd sulfuric smell. No survivors or bodies were ever found. The Royal Canadian Air Force officially labeled the occurrence a UFO. But because the object was last seen underwater, such events are now described as USO. Is the object still under there to this day? Well, let's see, shall we? If anybody have ever been to Shag Harbour, let me know. What'd you think about it? You know, this, that, and the third. I've never been to Shag Harbour. I have not. Shag Harbour, 1967 UFO. They have it. Shag Harbour UFO incident, October 4th, 1967. Yeah. Okay. Shag Harbour, Nova Scotia, a tiny fishing village on the Atlantic coast. Okay. So it looks like everybody investigated it. Okay, Shag Harbour, Shag Harbour. What I wanted to find out is, that's the History Channel covered it. Pre-incident aerial phenomena. Air Canada Flight 305 en route to Toronto while flying over Sherbrooke and Saint-Jean, Quebec at 3,658 miles from the Halifax International Airport. Air Canada Captain Pierre, I'll stick with the, okay. Air Canada Flight 305 en route to Toronto while flying over Sherbrooke and Saint-Jean, Quebec at 3,658 miles from the Halifax International Airport. Air Canada Captain Pierre Charbonneau on Flight 305 pointed out to co-pilot Bob Ralphington that there was something strange out the left side of the aircraft. At 7:15 p.m. In his report, the captain reported an object tracking along on a parallel course a few miles away. He described it as brilliantly lit, rectangular object with a string of smaller lights trailing the object. At 7:19, the pilots noticed a sizable, silent explosion near the large object. 2 minutes later, a second explosion occurred, which faded to a blue cloud around the object. You know, I really feel like this is a from the future type of a thing. Hmm. So, um, so there were people who said they saw this thing before it crashed. After it crashed, there were search and rescue efforts. I don't think that they ever recovered it, at least not publicly. Mm-mm. Um, okay. Um, 2 days after the incident have been observed a detachment of Navy divers from Fleet Diving Unit Atlantic was assembled, and for the next 3 days they combed the seafloor of the Gulf of Maine off Shag Harbour, looking for the object. The final report said no trace of an object was found. And that's all there is. It says that this article was last edited 8 days ago. 8 days ago. Hmm. Oh, I don't know. Shag Harbour, Nova Scotia. Hmm. Even just putting in Shag Harbour, all of this UFO stuff comes up. In 2019, Shag Harbour UFO incident featured on a new coin. This is from Saltwire. Saltwire Network, Nova Scotia. Shag Harbour UFO incident featured on new coin for the UFO festival that was October 4th through the 6th. So very small. UFO festival attendees lined the shore at the impact site to watch a reenactment involving the Canadian Coast Guard lifeboat Clark's Harbour and the Royal, Mounted Police during the 50th anniversary festival in 2017. A similar reenactment is planned for this year's festival, scheduled for October 4th and 6th to the 6th. Let's see if I can blow it up. Okay, that's where it happened. Creepy. The Shag Harbour UFO incident is featured on. Okay. It's featured on a new collector's coin just released by the Royal Canadian Mint. So get yours today. That's all. Bye-bye now.